has confirmed it's launched an attack on Iran.
In the tense waters of the Persian Gulf, just 200 miles off the Iranian coast, a battle for supremacy unfolds between two military giants. The year is 2026, and a showdown of unprecedented scale is about to take place. At the heart of this high-stakes encounter lies a question. Can advanced technology truly turn the tide of war in the blink of an eye? The story begins with a move that could change the future of military warfare forever. The USS Gerald, a state-of-the-art American warship, launches a barrage of Tomahawk Block 5 missiles toward Iran's coast. Within just 90 seconds, 25 missiles streak through the sky, heading for their target with pinpoint accuracy. On board, the crew knows this is not just another day at sea. This is a pivotal moment in the history of modern warfare. But Iran is far from unprepared. As the missiles race toward their target, Iran's radar systems detect the incoming strike. Iranian officers scramble to respond, activating their Bavar 373 radar system and launching interceptor missiles, hoping to stop the American onslaught before it can hit. But what they don't know is that this is no ordinary attack. In a stunning twist, what Iran thinks are incoming missiles are actually drones. Small, seemingly insignificant decoys designed to confuse and mislead. Each time an Iranian radar locks onto one of these drones and fires, it reveals its exact position, exposing a critical vulnerability. The Americans are not just attacking, they're outsmarting the Iranian defenses at every turn. As the confusion mounts, the true power of American technology becomes evident. The USS Gerald doesn't launch another missile. Instead, it unleashes a weapon so advanced that it defies the imagination. A powerful microwave system, known as Meteor, emits a pulse that disrupts and destroys the Iranian drones in an instant. In less than 30 seconds, 136 Iranian drones, once a threat to the American fleet, are reduced to nothing but wreckage floating in the sea. But this is far from the end. As the chaos on the Iranian side continues, the Americans press on with their attack. Using cutting-edge technologies like APKWS laser-guided rockets, F-35C fighters, and Stormbreaker bombs, the U.S. forces relentlessly target and destroy Iranian trucks, command centers, and military infrastructure. The strike is surgical, efficient, and devastating, all for the cost of a few fast food meals. What happens next will shock you. Iran, reeling from the destruction, realizes too late that their radar systems have already been mapped, their positions exposed. The American military, with its unparalleled surveillance, has already marked every Iranian stronghold and is now ready to turn the coast into a battleground. The question looms: with such overwhelming technological superiority, could Iran have done anything to stop the tide of destruction? Or was their fate sealed the moment they engaged in a war they couldn't win? In this video, we'll dive deep into one of the most thrilling, high-tech military encounters ever imagined. We'll analyze each step of the battle, uncover the secrets behind the weapons used, and explore how the future of warfare could be changed forever by these cutting-edge strategies and tactics. Stick around, because what you're about to witness could change your understanding of modern conflict. The scene begins in the heart of the Persian Gulf, where a massive confrontation between two military giants is about to unfold. The year is 2026, and tensions between the United States and Iran have reached a boiling point. For years, both nations have been building up their military capabilities, each trying to outmaneuver the other in a high-stakes game of cat and mouse. The stage is set for a conflict that will see the full might of modern warfare unleashed in a spectacular display of firepower and cutting-edge technology. At the center of this looming battle is a single, critical asset: the USS Gerald, a state-of-the-art American warship equipped with some of the most advanced missile systems in the world. The USS Gerald, a member of the Arleigh Burke-class destroyers, is one of the most formidable warships in the U.S. Navy's arsenal. It is capable of carrying and launching a wide range of missiles, including the Tomahawk Block 5, a precision-guided cruise missile designed for long-range strikes. These missiles are capable of reaching targets up to 1,000 miles away with incredible accuracy. making them a critical weapon in modern naval warfare. But the Spruance's missile capabilities are not just about firepower. They're about sending a message. The decision to launch this missile strike is not a simple military action. It's a calculated move designed to send a clear signal to Iran that the United States is prepared to take whatever steps are necessary to maintain control of the region. The Persian Gulf is one of the world's most critical waterways, home to major oil shipping lanes and a key access point for global trade. For years, Iran has threatened to block these routes, and the U.S. is determined to prevent such a move at any cost. As the USS Spruance quietly patrols the waters off the coast of Iran, the tension in the air is palpable. The ship's crew is prepared for a mission that could escalate into full-scale conflict. On board, the officers are well aware that a single mistake could lead to catastrophic consequences. Every action is calculated, every move deliberate. As the command to launch the strike is given, the crew of the Spruance moves with practiced precision. The Tomahawk Block 5 missiles are loaded into the ship's vertical launch system and prepared for launch. These missiles are equipped with advanced guidance systems that use GPS and terrain mapping to pinpoint their targets with unrivaled accuracy. They are designed to hit high-value targets with minimal collateral damage, making them ideal for precision strikes in densely populated or strategically important areas. With a simple command, the first missile is launched, followed by a rapid barrage of 25 Tomahawk missiles, all racing toward their targets with devastating speed. Within 90 seconds, the missiles streak across the sky, heading toward the Iranian coastline at over 500 miles per hour. The Americans have calculated the exact moment to strike, ensuring that their missile barrage will catch the Iranians off guard. The missiles fly low to the ground, hugging the surface of the water to avoid detection by Iranian radar systems. As the missiles approach their targets, they activate their advanced guidance systems, locking onto the coordinates of key Iranian military installations and radar stations along the coast. The strikes are swift and deadly. Within moments, the first missile impacts its target, detonating with a thunderous explosion that shakes the coastline. The Iranian military is caught off guard, scrambling to respond, but the American forces are already one step ahead. The U.S. Navy has long relied on its technological superiority to outmaneuver and outfight its adversaries, and this attack is no exception. The missiles are not just precise, they are devastatingly effective. Each missile hits its target with pinpoint accuracy, taking out radar systems, air defense installations, and key infrastructure that would be crucial for Iran's ability to mount an effective counterattack. The impact is immediate and overwhelming. Iranian military officials are in chaos as they struggle to comprehend the speed and effectiveness of the attack. The U.S. has sent a clear message. They will not hesitate to use their advanced military technologies to maintain control of the Persian Gulf. But this is just the beginning. As the smoke clears and the dust settles, the Iranians are left scrambling to assess the damage. What they don't know is that the Americans are already preparing their next move, and they are about to witness a level of technological warfare that will change the course of the conflict. But for now, the USS Spruance has struck a decisive blow, leaving the Iranian military reeling from the sheer power and precision of America's military might. As the American missile barrage from the USS Spruance roars toward its target, the Iranian military scrambles to react. They know that the Persian Gulf is a vital strategic point, and any successful attack on their infrastructure would be a significant blow to their military and political authority. The Iranian forces, despite their advanced radar systems and missile defense technologies, are caught off guard by the precision and speed of the U.S. strike. Their radar operators, who are monitoring the skies and seas for potential threats, detect the incoming missiles too late to mount a proper defense. On the Iranian side, there is an air of urgency as the first missiles begin to close in on their targets. Officers at the Bavar 373 radar station, a key component of Iran's defense systems, scramble to assess the incoming threat. The Bavar 373, a sophisticated system designed to detect and intercept cruise missiles, begins tracking the incoming Tomahawks. Its radar sweeps across the Gulf, but the speed and low altitude of the American missiles make it difficult to lock onto them in time. As the missiles grow closer, Iranian officers on the ground initiate a counterattack, launching their own interceptor missiles in a desperate bid to stop the barrage before it can reach the coast. The countermeasure is standard procedure, intercepting incoming missiles with their own systems, such as the Rod-2 or the Khordad-15, designed to hit targets at long ranges. However, the Iranian defense is met with unexpected complications. The radar systems, overwhelmed by the number of incoming targets and the rapid speed of the Tomahawks, struggle to differentiate between the real threat and the decoys sent out by the Americans. In the chaos, the Iranian officers make a critical mistake. They mistake the approaching swarm of drones for another missile barrage. These drones, part of the U.S. military's strategy to mislead and confuse enemy radar systems, are designed to mimic the radar signature of real missiles, leading the Iranian operators to fire their interceptor missiles prematurely. Each time an Iranian radar locks onto one of the drones, it mistakenly directs a volley of missiles to intercept, unaware that the targets are mere decoys. The drones, which are actually low-cost, expendable UAVs known as Lucas, continue to fly toward Iran's coast, each acting as a digital footprint on the radar systems. These decoys, equipped with minimal explosive payloads and designed purely for deception, prove highly effective. As each Iranian radar system fires at the drones, it unwittingly reveals its location, making it easier for the U.S. military to pinpoint and target Iranian positions. Meanwhile, on board the USS Gerald R, American officers are closely monitoring the unfolding situation. They can see the confusion on the Iranian side as their radar systems focus on the wrong targets, wasting valuable interceptor missiles and resources. The deception is working. The Americans, fully aware of the vulnerabilities in Iran's defense systems, have orchestrated this decoy attack with precision. The drones fly in tight formations, mimicking the behavior of missiles and further disorienting the Iranian operators. By the time Iran's forces realize the error, it's too late. The decoy drones have done their job, and the real Tomahawk missiles are already streaking toward their intended targets. At the same time, a high-tech surveillance aircraft, the F-22 Raptor, is hovering above the battlefield, its advanced electronic warfare system activated. The F-22, equipped with the AN/ALR-94 electronic warfare system, is capable of intercepting enemy radar and communication signals from miles away. It is an invisible predator, silently monitoring the Iranian radar systems while jamming their signals, further hindering their ability to react effectively. The American pilots are watching the chaos unfold below, fully aware that the Iranian forces are now in disarray, unable to counter the overwhelming technological advantage the U.S. has. The Iranian forces, realizing their mistake, quickly attempt to regain control of their defenses. They try to recalibrate their radar systems and relaunch interceptor missiles, but the damage has already been done. With each passing minute, the Iranian radar stations become less reliable, their operators becoming more desperate as the U.S. missiles continue their deadly march toward their targets. The American deception, paired with their advanced surveillance systems and strategic planning, has created an overwhelming advantage in this opening phase of the battle. In this moment, the Iranian military is forced into a defensive posture. Their once formidable missile defense systems have been outmaneuvered, and their ability to respond to the American assault has been compromised. What seemed like a calculated attempt to defend their coastline has quickly turned into a desperate attempt to salvage whatever they can from a rapidly escalating situation. The U.S. Navy has already demonstrated its technological supremacy, leaving the Iranian forces scrambling to find a way to regain the upper hand. As the American deception continues to unfold, with the drones leading Iran's defenses into a state of confusion, the USS Gerald R has already turned its attention to the next phase of its assault. The initial attack, though effective, was only the beginning. The real power of the U.S. military strategy lies not in the missiles themselves, but in the technological superiority that has allowed the Americans to outsmart and overwhelm Iranian forces at every turn. With the Iranian defense systems stretched thin and their radar networks compromised, the Americans are poised to strike again, this time with a weapon that is as advanced as it is unconventional. On board the USS Gerald, the decision is made to deploy the next phase of the plan, the Meteor project. This powerful microwave system, operating at high-power microwave (HPM) frequencies, is a game-changer in modern warfare. It is capable of disabling the electronics of enemy systems without causing physical destruction to the targets themselves. As the Iranian military scrambles to reorganize its defenses, the Gerald unleashes the full force of the Meteor system, sending out a powerful electromagnetic pulse that disrupts the guidance systems of the Iranian drones in an instant. Unlike traditional kinetic weapons, the pulse doesn't require direct impact to destroy the target. Instead, it interferes with the electronics of the drones, essentially frying their circuits and rendering them completely useless. In a matter of seconds, 136 Iranian drones fall from the sky like dead birds, their once threatening presence reduced to debris scattered across the sea. The devastating part of this attack is not just the destruction itself, but the efficiency with which it was carried out. The cost of destroying 136 drones is minuscule compared to the cost of launching multiple missile strikes. It's a perfect example of how modern warfare is shifting from brute force to intelligent precision strikes using the latest technological innovations. While the majority of the Iranian drones have been neutralized, the Americans are not done yet. The USS Gerald's radar systems continue to monitor the battlefield, detecting the remnants of Iranian resistance. Far from resting on their laurels, the U.S. Navy moves to further capitalize on its advantage, deploying more advanced weaponry. The American pilots, equipped with the latest APKWS laser-guided rockets, take to the skies. These rockets, small but highly effective, are designed to target and destroy smaller, fast-moving targets, such as the remaining Iranian drones and the scattered vehicles on the ground. The APKWS system uses a laser spot tracker that guides the rocket to its target, ensuring maximum precision. As the pilots lock onto their targets, they fire the rockets with deadly accuracy, each missile piercing through the Iranian drones, sending them into a fiery explosion in mid-air. The destruction is swift, and the cost of each missile is so low that the U.S. Navy can afford to use them in large numbers without worrying about resource depletion. The strategic genius behind this attack is clear. The Americans are using low-cost, high-efficiency weapons to eliminate threats, while conserving their more expensive munitions for the bigger targets that lie ahead. In the chaos that ensues, F-35C fighters are brought into play. These stealth jets are equipped with the ASQ-239 electronic warfare system, which allows them to track and intercept enemy radar and communications at an unprecedented range. The F-35C pilots, acting with precision and coordination, target Iranian radar stations still attempting to function. With the ASQ-239 system engaged, the F-35Cs can identify the exact locations of Iranian radar systems, even if they are attempting to hide or disguise their positions. As the F-35Cs approach their targets, the radar systems of the Iranian military go silent. The electronic warfare systems aboard the F-35s have effectively neutralized the Iranian ability to track the incoming American attack, leaving the Iranian military blind and vulnerable. In the midst of this confusion, a wave of precision-guided GBU-53B Stormbreaker bombs are dropped by American bombers, which are able to target specific vehicles and military positions with pinpoint accuracy. These bombs are designed to hit targets even in low-visibility conditions, making them perfect for the current battlefield, where smoke and debris from the earlier missile strikes are thick in the air. As the Stormbreakers hit their targets, the Iranian trucks and military vehicles are obliterated, with explosions tearing through their engines and causing catastrophic damage. At this stage, the battlefield is a scene of total destruction. The Iranian military, once formidable and capable of striking fear into its adversaries, is now reeling. The American attack, led by advanced technology and unprecedented strategic planning, has shattered the Iranian defense. The remaining Iranian military vehicles are easy targets for the next wave of strikes, as American aircraft systematically take out key infrastructure and military positions. The Iranian forces, having already lost their most valuable assets, are now fighting a losing battle. The implications of this attack are profound. The Americans have proven that they can strike with devastating accuracy, using a mix of kinetic weapons and electronic warfare to neutralize even the most advanced defense systems. The Iranian forces, who had hoped to challenge American supremacy in the region, are now left scrambling to pick up the pieces of a shattered military infrastructure. The strategic brilliance of the U.S. Navy's approach is clear. Rather than relying solely on brute force, they have used cutting-edge technology and tactics to outsmart and overwhelm their opponents. The Iranians, in contrast, have been forced to rely on outdated methods and expensive missile defense systems that have proven ineffective in the face of American innovation. In the aftermath of the attack, the U.S. Navy remains poised and ready for further action. While the majority of the Iranian military has been decimated, the Americans are not content to rest on their laurels. The U.S. fleet is ready to strike again if necessary, armed with an arsenal of high-tech weapons and a clear strategy that continues to evolve. The world is watching as the future of warfare is being written in real time. The outcome of this battle, though still unfolding, is already clear. The technological superiority of the U.S. military has won the day, leaving Iran with little more than a shattered defense and no clear path to victory. In the coming days, the international community will be left to grapple with the consequences of this high-tech battle. The Persian Gulf, once a key geopolitical flashpoint, will now be under the watchful eye of the U.S. Navy, whose dominance in the region has been reaffirmed through this stunning display of technological prowess. For the Iranian forces, the loss is not just in terms of military hardware, but in their ability to defend their sovereignty. The cost of this conflict, both financially and politically, will be felt for years to come. But for the U.S., it is another victory in the ongoing struggle for global dominance, where innovation, precision, and technology have proven to be the decisive factors in a rapidly changing world of warfare. As the dust settles over the Persian Gulf, the battlefield tells a story of total dominance and technological superiority. The U.S. Navy's strategic maneuver has not only crippled Iran's defense systems, but has also sent a clear message to the world about the future of warfare. Iran, once a formidable regional power, is now left scrambling to salvage what remains of its military might. The toll of this conflict is not just in terms of destroyed equipment or lives lost. It is in the profound shift in power dynamics that will ripple through the region for years to come. In the wake of the devastating attack, Iran's once thriving military infrastructure lies in ruins. Key radar stations, missile defense systems, and military command centers are now nothing more than smoldering wreckage. The Iranian fleet, which once posed a significant threat to American forces in the Gulf, has been rendered effectively obsolete. The technology gap between the two nations has been laid bare in stark detail. The Iranian forces, already overwhelmed by the American blitz, are left with little to no capability to retaliate. The cost of this loss, both in terms of resources and national pride, will be felt long after the smoke has cleared. The region, already a volatile powder keg, is now even more uncertain, with Iran's ability to influence the outcome of future conflicts greatly diminished. For the United States, the outcome of this conflict is a resounding success. The American military has demonstrated not only its technological edge, but also the effectiveness of its modern warfare strategy. The use of advanced weaponry, from the Tomahawk missiles to the high-powered microwave systems, has proven to be a game-changer in the battlefield. These tools allowed the U.S. to neutralize Iranian forces with minimal losses, a testament to the precision and efficiency of its military operations. The ability to outthink and outmaneuver the Iranian military has ensured the protection of vital trade routes in the Gulf, maintaining the global flow of oil and goods. The world has witnessed firsthand the future of warfare, where intelligence, precision, and technology combine to shape the outcome of battles and conflicts. The long-term consequences of this victory extend beyond the battlefield. The U.S.